4494. I'd like to represent you.
Tonight, as we come on the air, several developing stories. The president responding to Robert Mueller. The special counsel wants to interview the president about obstruction of justice, and tonight what the president is now saying. Also tonight, the major arrest. The sitting congressman charged with insider trading. Prosecutors say he learned a drug for MS had failed during testing, and that he then warned family and friends to dump the stock. Tonight, the alleged phone calls, several of them from the White House lawn. The urgent manhunt tonight, 2 police officers shot while sitting in their unmarked car. Their conditions tonight. The wildfires exploding in size, and this evening, the arrest. The suspect who reportedly warned, this place is going to burn. The tornado of fire and the major threat tonight to communications towers. Could cell phones and internet connections go dark? In the Northeast tonight, bracing for storms yet again, Ginger Z is standing by. The chilling new video tonight, the Parkland shooter and what he says. The election cliffhanger we're monitoring, the major test for President Trump. Overnight, the district Republicans held for more than 30 years. The Democrat coming within a point. Votes still being counted, and what does this all mean for the midterms? And the children on a flight to Orlando, the flight diverted. The parents were never told.
This is ABC World News Tonight with David Muir.
Good evening, and it's great to have you with us here on a very busy Wednesday night, and we're going to begin tonight with the president and his showdown with Robert Mueller. We have now learned that President Trump has responded to the special counsel's request for an interview. ABC News already reported that Mueller wants to ask the president about obstruction of justice. Tonight, the news, the president and his legal team rejecting Mueller's terms, demanding a narrower scope of what can be asked, and it's believed they do not want the president to be asked about obstruction of justice. Negotiations between the president and the special counsel have been going on for months now, and we asked tonight, could Mueller eventually instead just subpoena the president? ABC's chief White House correspondent Jonathan Karl leading us off.
It's a move that sets up a potential constitutional showdown between the president and Robert Mueller. President Trump's lawyers today rejected the special counsel's request for an in-person interview on a range of subjects, including possible obstruction of justice by the president. Sources familiar with the negotiations tell ABC News the president's lawyers told Mueller's team that he is willing to consider, quote, appropriate written questions, but is not inclined to answer questions related to obstruction of justice. It's a counteroffer that is unlikely to satisfy Mueller. And today, the president's lead attorney called on Mueller to wrap up his investigation before the start of the fall campaign.
It's about time that it ends, and I hope the special counsel is as sensitive to it as we are. We do not want to run into the November elections. This should be over with by September 1st.
Mayor, thank you for being with us.
Giuliani made the comments appearing on a radio show hosted by another Trump lawyer, Jay Sekulow.
If there's going to be an interview, let's have it. If there's not going to be an interview, then let him write his report.
The latest move by the president's legal team comes a week after sources say Mueller told them he wanted to ask the president questions related to obstruction of justice and that the questions needed to be both in person and in writing. The president, for more than a year now, has said he was willing, even eager, to do an interview with the special counsel, going back to when we first asked him about it just after Mueller was appointed.
Would you be willing to speak under oath to give your version of
100%. I would love to speak. I would love to. Nobody wants to speak more than me.
His lawyers, however, acknowledge the ultimate decision on an interview remains the president's alone.
It's his decision, both as an individual and as the president.
John Karl with us live again tonight from the White House. And John, you've reported on this back and forth between the president and the special counsel really for months now. Is there a point at which Mueller could simply subpoena the president?
Well, it's hard to see where it goes from here, David, given that the Trump legal team has rejected so much of what the special counsel has asked for. As for a subpoena, it absolutely is a possibility. In fact, the Trump legal team has been preparing to fight a subpoena on the belief that one could well be coming. David?
John Karl tonight. John, thank you. We're going to turn next here to the stunning arrest of a sitting congressman, one of the first to endorse then-candidate Donald Trump, tonight charged with insider trading, allegedly warning his family and friends to dump stock just before it tanked in value. Congressman Chris Collins of New York, accused of using his connections to a pharmaceutical company to learn that a drug for multiple sclerosis had failed and then alerting his family members, including phone calls allegedly made from the White House lawn. Authorities say those family members then sold their stock before it plunged 92%. Here's ABC's chief business correspondent Rebecca Jarvis tonight.
He's one of President Trump's most loyal supporters.
Donald Trump is a movement.
The first member of Congress to endorse him.
Oh, Chris, right from the beginning, he said Trump is going to win.
But tonight, New York Republican Congressman Chris Collins is charged with insider trading and lying to the FBI, allegedly sharing inside information to save family and friends nearly $800,000.
He placed his family and friends above the public good.
Collins, who posted this photo from a White House picnic in June 2017, where he allegedly received an email from the head of Australian pharmaceutical company Innate Immunotherapeutics, where Collins sits on the board. The CEO informing him the company's most important drug for MS had failed a test. Collins writing back, "Wow, makes no sense." Just a minute later, the government says Collins called his son Cameron multiple times before eventually connecting and passing on the information. The congressman spotted here at the picnic on his phone. His son then allegedly sharing that information with his future father-in-law, Stephen Zarsky, and others. The government says the next morning, the group started dumping shares of the company. 4 days later, when the failed test results were publicly disclosed, the stock plunged 92%. Today, the congressman, his son, and Zarsky all pleaded not guilty in federal court. Collins' attorney telling ABC News, "We will answer the charges filed against Congressman Collins in court and will mount a vigorous defense to clear his good name. We are confident he will be completely vindicated and exonerated."
And Rebecca Jarvis live tonight from the New York Stock Exchange. And Rebecca, the Speaker of the House tonight, Republican Paul Ryan, taking action in the wake of this indictment?
That's right, David. House Speaker Ryan says the courts will decide Collins' guilt or innocence, but he wants a thorough ethics investigation. And until the matter is settled, the congressman will no longer serve on the House Energy and Commerce Committee. But the congressman plans to run for re-election still in November. David?
Rebecca Jarvis on Wall Street tonight. Rebecca, thank you. Next, possible storms in the Northeast coming in the next several hours. And, of course, the fire emergency growing in the West. Tonight, an arrest in one of those major fires, a man who allegedly wrote to a fire chief warning, "This place will burn." Crews in that fire battling a tornado of fire overnight. The image is really surreal. That growing fire now triggering new mandatory evacuations tonight. The concern for communications and cell towers also growing. Could cell phones, TVs, internet service all go dark? ABC's Will Carr from California.
Tonight, an all-out battle on the front lines of the Holy Fire, the blaze exploding overnight and still out of control.
This is a frightening fire. It has just erupted. Now that it's gotten so big, it is so difficult to defend.
Now threatening critical communication towers. Authorities telling residents to get out now. There is a major air attack going on right now. Planes flying by and dropping retardant all throughout this area. We met a group of neighbors, including Darla Stewart, anxiously watching the flames approach their homes.
Scary. Just scary. Yeah. Trying not to panic.
And tonight, authorities arresting this man, Forrest Clark, now facing arson and other charges. Clark reportedly emailed a local fire chief warning him this place will burn. More than 14,000 firefighters, including around 1,000 National Guard troops, battling 15 large fires statewide, making rare nighttime water drops and dealing with excruciating conditions, including more fire-nados. The record-breaking Mendocino Complex fire expected to burn through September.
David, tonight fire crews attacking the hillside behind me. We have seen drop after drop. The roof on top of this home is now red. You can see retardant splattered on these windows. This is the firefighters making their stand. David.
All right, Will Carr, thanks to you again tonight. The dangerous heat continues really on both coasts at this hour. In the east, the heat index in the triple digits tonight. 3 people recovering from lightning strikes in Queens, New York. The Statue of Liberty, the Staten Island Ferry also struck in the last 24 hours. And there are now more storms possible this evening. Chief Meteorologist Ginger Zee tracking it all for us. Ginger?
David, daily records broken again today. LAX 93, and some of the other numbers on the map are going to be super high in the next 24 hours. Spokane 105, 103 Bend. That's with the excessive heat warnings. But we also have fire watches from Northern California through Montana because of this low pressure system that's going to try to break down that ridge and all that heat. It's going to come with strong southerly winds, really low relative humidities. We wish on the East Coast we could get rid of some of this humidity. It's making it feel much hotter than it even is. 97 the feels like this afternoon. David in Philadelphia.
Ginger Z with us again tonight. Thank you, Ginger. And there is a manhunt at this hour in Camden, New Jersey tonight after 2 undercover police officers sitting at a red light in an unmarked car were fired upon at close range. ABC's Lindsay Davis on their conditions.
Tonight, an urgent manhunt is underway in New Jersey for 2 suspects who police say opened fire on 2 detectives.
3rd unit to Broadway, Mount Vernon. There's a cop shot.
It happened in Camden Tuesday night around 8:30. Police say the 2 detectives, one male and the other female, were in plain clothes and were ambushed while stopped in their unmarked car at a red light.
A male walked up and began opening fire. We have anywhere between 10 and 25 rounds that were fired at the officers.
While officials are not sure if the undercover officers were targeted, they point out that the shooting took place on National Night Out, a night aimed at improving relations between police and their communities.
Unfortunately, on a night when we're supposed to be celebrating safety, 2 of our detectives were engaged as victims.
Police say one of the officers fired back. It's unclear if either of the suspects were hit.
Both of the officers remain here at Cooper Hospital. The female detective is said to be recovering from a gunshot wound to her hand, while the male detective is recovering from 2 gunshot wounds to his arm. But fortunately, David, both of the officers are said to have sustained non-life-threatening injuries.
That is the good news tonight. Lindsay Davis live. Thank you. Florida authorities this evening have now released hours of interrogation video showing Nicholas Cruz, who has confessed to the massacre at Parkland High School. And tonight you're about to hear what he said to interrogators and what he said when they weren't in the room. ABC's Victor Akendo from Florida again tonight.
Tonight, for the first time, a window into the disturbed mind of Parkland school shooter Nicholas Cruz in the hours after the massacre that left 17 students and teachers dead.
Deserve to die.
Cruz, at times, seen alone, talking to himself during an 11-hour interrogation with the Broward Sheriff's Office. He's telling the detective he's attempted suicide with ibuprofen and alcohol, killed small animals, and has heard a demon voice inside his head for years.
Did the voice tell you to buy that AR-15?
Yes.
Cruz claiming the demon talked to him the night before the shooting at Marjory Stoneman Douglas High School.
Well, what does it tell you to do?
Burn, kill, destroy.
Okay, burn, kill, destroy what?
Anything.
Cruz asking to see his brother Zachary.
What do you think Mom would think right now? She would cry.
Zachary trying to calm his brother, feeling partly responsible.
This is a big part of my fault also, because we grew up together. I know I was the nicest to you.
David, we also learned that Cruz considered an attack at a park just a week before the massacre. Specific details about the school shooting given in that interrogation were not released. David?
Victor Akendo. Victor, thank you. The election cliffhanger we're still monitoring tonight, the major test for President Trump. Overnight, the district where Republicans have held control for more than 30 years, the Democrat coming within 1 point. Votes are still being counted tonight. The Republican declaring victory, the president believing his visit was behind the 1-point win. But what does this mean for the midterms? Here's ABC's David Wright tonight.
After a 35-year dry spell for the Democrats, Ohio's 12th congressional district is finally up for grabs this year.
I'd like to thank President Trump.
Republican Troy Balderson declared himself the winner of this special election, but his lead over Democrat Danny O'Connor is fewer than 1,800 votes, officially too close to call. Balderson echoed Donald Trump in his victory speech.
Over the next 3 months, I'm going to do everything I can to keep America great again.
The president insists what pushed Balderson over the top was his campaign stop in Columbus this weekend. Boasting today, after my speech Saturday night, there was a big turn for the better. Win or lose in the final vote count, O'Connor vows he'll be back in November for a rematch.
We went house to house. We made our case for change. Tomorrow we rest, and then we keep fighting through to November.
Big night. Votes still being counted. David Wright live tonight in New Jersey, where President Trump is on his working vacation.